It's happened to all of us. You start working out, within a few months you start catching yourself in windows and stuff, and you're like, damn. I've always been this pretty? I've always been such a muscular beast. I'm starting to look like the Germans built me, and I'm gonna keep this up. Fast forward a year, and you're still looking like a prototype. Your muscle shirts have arrived, but we're still waiting on the muscles, you know what I'm saying? Why? Well, maybe it's one of these 5 very fundamental reasons. It was for me. 1, you aren't training often enough. When you first start working out and your body is completely untrained, you can build your back up just by walking past the pull-up bar. You are so primed to build muscle that literally anything is better than nothing, and your body will gratefully respond to whatever you throw at it. I'm serious. Like, you could lay a fart while you're on your way to sit down, and your body will count that as resistance and trigger protein synthesis and quad you up. But as you become more muscular, you're gonna have to give your body more reasons to adapt than accidental descending flatulence. I'm telling you, dude, training once a month is pointless. Like, getting punched in the head once a month doesn't train you to be a boxer. You will never learn to see that punch coming. Same with your body. You beat it up, it recovers, it adapts. You don't give it enough reason to hold on to those adaptations, and by the next time you train, in a month, your body has relaxed and let them go, and you're back where you started, and your next workout knocks you for 6. Once a week is definitely better than nothing, and it is a perfect place to start, but real soon, you're gonna start hitting twice a week, which I think is the absolute minimum to maintain a decent level of strength and fitness. And 3 times a week is gonna pretty well cover most normal people's goals. Like, you can get really pretty yucky training thrice a week if you are smart about it. And at 3 times a week, you can also avoid becoming one of those protein bastards. 2, you aren't getting enough protein. Your body is incredible at adapting to whatever you throw at it. But you can't build a Lego Death Star without the Lego Death Star kit. Protein is the building blocks of muscles, and if you don't get it in you, you can't magic it up. So you're either not gonna be able to build muscle because of lack of materials, or you're gonna be breaking down muscle over here to be building muscle over there, like 0 net gain. I was absolutely guilty of this for a very long time. I trained for a lot of years, and I got fitter and tighter and stronger to a point, because not all strength increases are physical. But I make no gains until I deliberately counted my calories. I hopped on 1 gram per pound of protein, and in the next year, boof, I exploded. And I didn't change anything else. Now, research shows that 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight is your minimum effective dose, but there are no harmful effects to excess protein. 1 gram per pound is the bro gold standard. I enjoy life on 1.2 grams per pound, especially when I'm in a calorie deficit, because research suggests it might be advantageous to have a higher protein intake when you are cutting. And also, protein is the most satiating macronutrient, so you eat more protein, you feel fuller for longer, which helps you not feel like you're cutting so much. Cuts don't have to suck, you just have to be a little bit smart about it. 3, you need to train smarter. We said earlier that you need to train more often because training is the stimulus for growth. Yes, but, and this might sound obvious, you're only stimulating the muscles that you're stimulating. So if you went from full body once a week to an upper lower split twice a week, you're still triggering muscle protein synthesis in your upper body once a week and your lower body once a week, even though you're training twice as often. So you might be able to smash your vastus medialis from every conceivable angle if you have a dedicated leg day, but you get more quality work in and trigger muscle protein synthesis twice if you split that leg volume over the 2 sessions, and you split that upper body volume over the 2 sessions. You see what I'm saying? Work smarter, not harder. When you start working out, it's easy to trigger your body to build muscle. But the more you build, though, the more it thinks you've had enough. Like, if you get blotto in a pub, they'll cut you off. But if you have a couple of drinks in every pub in town, you'll end up in A&E. Now, that is a bad analogy in which your blood alcohol level is net stimulated gains and different pubs are different muscle groups. It's bad. I know it's bad, but you get it. 4, and I hate to be that guy, but you're not working hard enough. This one breaks my heart to see, right? You see some guy start working out, start seeing those beautiful newbie gains, and then he runs out, and then he blames genetics, and he never gets the girl. In reality, those first gains come easy. They are the free trial to get you hooked. The next ones come harder and harder and exponentially harder every unit of game after that. I know a guy, I don't see him often, but he's a great guy. Excited, he comes to me and he says he started hitting the gym, and I can see it, man. You know, he's looking extra. Let's call him Greg. He's looking Greg Plus, and he's looking to become Greg Premium. I'm excited for him. I ask him about his routine. Now, it's not perfect, but it's a great place to start. I drop a few hints, and I let him find his own way to Gaines Haller. I see him again maybe 9 months later. He ain't quite looking Greg, but he ain't looking Greg Plus anymore either. He's looking like torrented content from Greg Plus. Anyway, we chat. I'm like, you still hitting the gym? And he's like, yeah, not so much anymore. I don't know what happened. I'm doing exactly the same thing as I always have been, but just feel like I'm slipping back. Bro, your body does not want to be jacked. It's inefficient. You want to be jacked so that you look great with a sword. And I get it, I totally get it, but you can't keep doing the same thing. You gotta drag your body into the buff, kicking and screaming. You have to do more than last time, harder than last time. And it's not just about adding 5 pounds, although the majority is just adding 5 pounds. Proximity to failure matters. Like, I could squat 10 by 10, 100 kilograms with 5-minute rests in between and go out dancing. Or I could squat one rest pause set of 100 reps at 100 kilograms and get someone to wheel me home. The response your body has is going to be different to those two stimulus, even though technically you did the same amount of work. Now, I'm not trying to start a big quad wheelchair crew over here. And I'm also really not trying to be that just hard, train harder, bro guy. You'll notice that train smarter came earlier in this list. But if you are already training smart and still not seeing results, try harder. After a point, if you're never feeling uncomfortable at training, you're never training. And nothing feels better than a successful grinder. And to be fair, not a lot feels better than a failed grinder. So go out and get yourself one. And lastly, on this very basic list of reasons that you might not be getting as massive as you want, and there are a million more, let me know if you'd like a more specific but less likely list. Like, yeah, I'm doing all of these 5 basic things. What else could it be? That list. Lastly, and I'm reticent to even bring it up, finally, you might not be eating enough. It takes calories to fuel the muscle building process. It takes calories to work out with enough intensity to stimulate muscle growth. But I hesitate to bring it up because it's not something I've ever had to worry about. Like, I'm a hungry hippo. I'm the reason Aldi never has those chocolate sandwich biscuits in. I am the shortage. And I've seen too many people end their fitness career with a bulk. Like, okay, I'm getting serious, I want to put on some size, I'm going to go on a bulk, and then they fast forward 6 months, and they're fat. And working out is harder than it was because they're fat, so they're not working out as hard because they're fat, and they're not enjoying working out as much because they're fat, so they quit. And these were promising men and women lost to the bulk. Don't freaking bulk, man. Don't bulk. Count your calories at 100 calories a day and then stay on that for 2 weeks. Are you getting doughy? No. Great. Do the same again. A bulk is people smashing large pizzas on the daily for fitness reasons. What? What is that? We need a new word. We need a new word for eating in a slight calorie surplus whilst ensuring that our protein and micronutrient needs are taken care of primarily, and that the majority of our remaining calorie sources are quality, nutritious foods. Whatever that word is, comment your ideas down below. That's what you need to do. The reason I have brought it up is because I know people who are the opposite of me. People who train hard, consistently, smartly, but always seem to look like a runner. And I've seen them blow up and start looking freaky just by upping their calories in a smart way. Now, that's definitely the minority. I'm talking maybe 1 in 7 people, so it's probably not you, but it is worth finding out. But for God's sakes, please do it sensibly. Well, there you have it, the 5 most likely reasons that you aren't getting the gains you think you deserve. If you think I've missed something obvious, please drop it down below. If you have a story of how you sorted out one of these and then poof, you exploded, like me with my protein, drop it down below. And if you have neither, check out down below to see what other people have said, because maybe your missing link is down there and we can all help each other out. We can all get massive, and then we can start a street gang, right? Called the Massive Massive. And we can spend evenings around a bonfire, like admiring each other lift, and then to balance it out, we can spend the days planting like 3 trees for every 1 tree that we manually, shirtlessly axe down. And if that sounds good to you, drop this video a like. And if that sounds weird to you and too much work, also drop it a like, because I will know the difference. But whatever else you do, get them gains. Be well.